I see. We're still sharing company with the two young men. Well, again, the test is whether or not young people can sit and watch this. That's will be the test. The test is that because I've not asked Julius to comment about the current economic challenges where somebody has to get bashing. My point is that whether or not a young person can sit and listen to us and watch us and take something, that's where I'm coming from. We'll come to that. 02908607. Kabunate is a political youth activist, same as Julius, Kwame, Anthony, but more of social activists, I guess. Yeah. I see. And both of them former NUC's general secretaries and also GJ Student Journalist of the Year 2018. And that's nothing. Have you also been a journalist?
No, I've not been to GJ.
So you can call us, let's know what you think about what we're discussing. Again, just as I said, whether or not young people are interested in this conversation, one that prepares them for battles ahead, or probably sitting. Of course, there is choice. It's choice, so I respect that. Let's now go to the issue of speaking truth to power. I think you drew that in at some point. Whether or not the young people are courageous enough to do so. I've heard you. This is the first time I've met Nate. So, blast one MP somewhere when you felt that she was not speaking to some of the issues concerning constituents and all that. But can the young person do that? And why would they not do? I want us to dwell on why they will not do that, and so that we can empower them, because that is what is needed now. Where clearly, as much as possible, look, the MPs, the 98 MPs, might not be young, and of course, under the current circumstances, this is the very first time we have seen them go against. As much as they will have their interest, that is a starting point. Can people have that courage to say that, Charlie, things are going wrong, you are not doing your job, get out or solve it?
Well, you know something, for people who may not like you, to put their credibility on the line for you to succeed, they must respect you. What young people need to progress is not necessarily the love and admiration of those who are at the top. It's the respect of those who are at the top. And anyone who lacks it will not progress. If you don't believe it, you can take individual cases and examine them.
I see.
Most of the people we see today who are broken through ranks that people did not believe they will break through did because the people who were in the establishment respect them, not because they like them.
We're talking about those up there must just look for respect. Beyond that, the criticisms must be accepted.
It's that's the point I was making is that those up there must, regardless of how young you are, must be able to have some respect for you.
Yes, it does. You're right.
For them to at any point in time put their credibility on the line for you.
Okay.
And you can't achieve that by deliberately pandering to them, literally licking their boots every day. It wouldn't work. Yes, if you lick their boots every day, they will be happy about it. They'll be happy. Everyone will be happy to have a boy around. He can call and send around it all the time like that. But would the person respect you? No. He wouldn't respect you. So the person would not put their credibility on the line for you on anything important. If it's about people they can send around to run errands and all those things, and they will give you a small tip, for that you are always available. I met Kandapa. He was the first minister I met when I became General Secretary of the National Union of Ghana Students. And in our conversation, he told us that, he would be honest with us and tell us that the only way we would be meaningful in this society if we build individual respect through, being honest with our dealings and building our own individual capacities so that no one can push us around. That he would be happy if he can call any one of us at his beck and call and give us instructions and we do it without thinking. He would like it. But would he respect us? No. Those were his words. Would he respect us? No. He would respect us if we can collaborate, respectfully, collaborate. But he knows that these individuals have an idea of their own. They are focused on achieving something for themselves, and that's what they want to do.
Joseph, you say these politicians, before I go to Mr. Nate, most of them are ready to collaborate. As to whether we are ready with our minds, whatever it is that we have, to collaborate with them to give quality to the discussion, of course, policies is one other thing.
Yes, if you meet a politician who is in authority and he comes across young people who, for purposes of wanting to influence one policy or the other, are resolute on their demands, very respectful in doing so, and following whatever processes they need to follow in doing so, but unbent on the principles for which they are pursuing that individual in authority has no choice but to partner them in doing so, where fair and reasonable compromises will be made. But if you have young people who, from onset, the idea is to pander to politicians to lick their boots so that they would give them a certain access, the returns for even that young person is less than what he would get if it was a principled position and it was a collaborative, effort where there is mutual respect. I can guarantee you that. And it is a tried and tested concept. Those who go and it's about being poodles and licking boots and all that, there is a limit to what you can achieve with that. That's the honest truth. There's a limit to what you can achieve with that. You see, democracies cannot work when there are not people who are holding leadership in check.
Indeed.
There are two things that can distinguish a democracy from a dictatorship. One, a leadership that is focused on upholding the principles of democracy, including free and fair elections, free speech, representation of the people, and most importantly, the provision of the essential socio-economic amenities and facilities that are necessary for the people to survive. Or there is a population that is very active, involved, and willing to hold leadership, regardless of whether or not the leadership is committed to do these things for them. Is that it's a case where largely we are lacking the two: a population uncommitted to holding leadership to account, and a leadership which clearly, I don't know, is not sending us in the direction we want to see. So for you as a young person to be successful in that environment, you must bring that difference. You must bring what is lacking. And that includes making leadership realize that, hey, I'm not here to be kicked around, and I'm not here to be your poodle. I am here, and this is my focus, this is what I want to achieve, and this is what is on the table, and these are the principles backing it. I am not going to back off simply because you're going to give me a tip. I am not coming to you to pander to you and to compromise on my person, the principles I uphold, and my morals, just so that you will be happy. And the politicians themselves know this. They say it among themselves, that the ones who come and they throw around, they would like. But the ones who come and they know that this is their motive, this is the ideas that drive them and all that, they would respect. And for people to put their credibility on the line for you, it is not about liking, it is about respect. And any young person who does not have this understanding and feels that they have any way that they would, should I say, lick their boots or punter their ways through any success in this establishment would be lying to themselves, and I can guarantee you that.
Mr.